Hello and welcome back. So in the last tutorial, we looked at modifying shared parameters. Now we're going to take those very same shared parameters and use them to create tags. Just because our shared parameters that we created don't really match up with a very useful method for tags, I'm just going to try to make it more applicable by making some changes to the family itself. So I'm creating a scenario where we'll say there are different panel types. We have some doors with 3 panels. We have some doors with 4 panels, but we know the number of panels that we have, but we don't know what the configuration of those panels are. So in order to have that part be ambiguous, we're going to go ahead and open this panel family and make some changes. So let's edit that family. And now we're going to get to those lines that define that panel configuration. Once I have those, I'm going to go to visibility settings and deselect everything there so they don't show in any view. Say OK. Now I'm going to load this into my family. And now these lines that represent the panel don't show within the family or within the model. And when we go to tag the number of panels on a door, it will make more sense because we'll be getting that information from the tag versus the visible view of the door. So we can go ahead and start the creation of our tags. So we can go to New, Annotation Symbol, and we're going to create a new door tag. And we're under the Create tab, we're going to create a label. And we're going to place it approximately in the center because that's the reference point for placement of the tag. And we're going to go over to that shared parameter or add shared parameter. So we can go ahead and select it and go to our same file that we've been using and choose that number of panels parameter. OK. And let's add it to our label and say OK. And then we can go ahead and go back into edit our label and let's enter a sample value for that number of panels because that'll actually allow us to size our label or our tag much better. So let's go ahead and drag that to the center approximately. And let's go ahead and grab a circle. So let's go to create and create lines and circle. And we go ahead and drop that in. And let's move that 4 around. And I'm just tabbing around with the arrow keys to get it better centered. And of course, you get more accuracy when you zoom in a bit more. So now we're ready to go ahead and save this tag. And of course, we entered 4 because the current panel file, panel type 3, has 4 panels. And so let's go ahead and save this family. in our same folder, and I'm going to call this mtag panel, and we can go ahead and save it. And now we're ready to create our multi-category tag. So we can do the same process, go over to new, annotation symbol, but this time we're going to use the multi-category tag template. But everything else here is the same. We can go ahead on the Create tab and grab a label, place it in the center, and we can go ahead and add those same parameters. But here we'll add mark, which is typically what's used for door number in a standard door. So we'll go ahead and add the standard sample value of 001 for our first door. And then we're going to add in that same panel number shared parameter, or number of panels shared parameter. Okay, let's add it in. And we're going to put in the sample value again here of 4 and apply. Okay. And when you zoom in here, you can see that they're right next to each other. So let's move that over to the center. And let's adjust the width so that we can get them stacked here. So as you can see right now, we have the mark above the number of panels parameter. But if we go select it and go back in to edit the label, we can swap them out and move them up and down. But we're going to leave mark at the top for now. So let's go on and go back in and swap those back. Okay. And now we can go ahead and create a shape. I'm just going to put in a hexagon so that it looks different from our other 2 tags that we've already created. Of course, the standard door tag and then the single category tag that we created with the number of panels parameter. And this time I'm going to select the shape itself and move it to get everything aligned. And there's our multi-category tag. So we can go ahead and save this family in the same place as the other family. And I'm going to save this as mtag panel or door panel. So you have the door number first and then the number of panels parameter. Save. And there you have it. We've created our Now, in our next video, we'll be ready to use the new tags that we've already created or just created, and we're going to place our families and tag them in our next video and see how useful these families with shared parameters really are.